buys this headband.
It always makes it work. Like you're like, okay, this hairdo works with the headband. Makes it even better.
Exactly. It makes it look like I cared just a little bit more than I did originally.
Yes.
Okay, let me look here. I got no viewers yet. I'm gonna go tell them we're live. Bunch of silly gooses. All right, and my goal is to do this in about 30 minutes. Last week we got started super late because I have the world's slowest computer. And hi, 3 people. I have the world's slowest computer, and if I don't start trying to get things loaded an hour ahead of time, they don't get loaded in time. I was prepared today. So we got to start on time today.
Start this early. Yeah, there we go.
So, hi, 4 people. We are going to chat about some strange danger tonight. Let me look at our YouTube page to make sure there aren't any questions over there or anyone saying, "Sup." Hi, Janelle. She's here. All right. 5 people watching now. Oh, hold up. Okay, gotta mute that. I was hearing my echo in my ears on the because I have the YouTube page open, and it was like, so this is what you sound like over there. All right. Okay, so we're talking about stranger danger. Basically, people who are terrified of talking to strangers, which is like everybody, am I right? Especially if you are not used to talking to strangers. Because a lot of people tell me when they sign up, they're like, I don't know very many people. I can't get I can't get anyone to buy. I can't get anyone. I don't know anybody. I don't know enough people. When we have you make your list of 100. So it involves getting out there and talking to people, especially if you really want this to work for you. A lot of you have some pretty big whys. You want to stay at home. You want to supplement your family's income. That can't happen if you're not going to get a little bit brave. So we're going to talk a little bit about stranger danger, but not really danger. Stranger awesomeness, because they're going to help you out and become your new BFFs. So we're going to talk about stranger awesomeness instead. Most of my customers I did not know before Scentsy. The people that I sell to now, I actually didn't know before. Like Janelle's on here right now, and I didn't know her before Scentsy either. She was my neighbor, and she saw Scentsy on my car, and she came over and said hi because she needed some Scentsy. And so making sure you are, sorry guys, I have like the summer cold going on. So if this is just completely all over the place, rewind it and try again. So, but basically you got to get brave. You got to find ways to talk to strangers, and the way that my brain is done today. To make it easiest on you, you have to be prepared to talk to strangers. If you leave your house like without materials to talk to strangers with, it's gonna suck. So make sure that you're always prepared. You've got business cards on you, magnets on you. Make sure you're wearing some Scentsy gear so that they know you sell Scentsy and you don't have to start those awkward conversations yourself. A lot of times if you wear a Scentsy shirt in a store, people will stop you because they need some Scentsy, and they either don't have a consultant anymore, or they were buying it on Amazon and it was like super expensive because it's like the people who are reselling it like a bunch of turds, and they're not supposed to, but they do. I found a girl, she went to my church, and she was paying like $7 a bulb from some weird knockoff site. And I was like, why are you doing that? Like, you know me. Like, get your bulbs from me. And then she brought me her bulbs because she was like, I accidentally ordered the wrong size. Will you trade them out for me? And they were like knockoff bulbs. Like, they actually made a box that looked like Scentsy branding, but it didn't say Scentsy on it anywhere. And it had a bunch of like Star of Davids on it instead of Scentsy stars, but the coloring and the box like decoration was identical to a Scentsy box, just minus saying Scentsy. And I was like, somebody went through some freaking trouble to sell knockoff bulb for a really expensive price on Amazon. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that, but just so you know, that happens. But I have like a fever, guys. I have a fever and I have the shakes and I'm trying to talk to you guys. I don't even know where that started. It's okay. Every time I've driven today, I've forgotten to shut my door.
What?
Like every time I get out of my car, I forget to shut my door. It's not a good
Oh
day
my
for me to
gosh.
operate machinery or team trainings.
No.
Like I said, be prepared because I don't know where I was going with the rest. So let's back it up. You got to be prepared. Make sure you have stuff with you. Brand yourself. Make sure you've got materials so that you're ready for conversations when they happen. They're going to be a lot less scary if you feel like you're prepared for them. A lot of people do this by having a mobile office. They've got like catalogs and they've got order forms and they've got product lists and all that business in their car. Personalized pens, things like that. Like I buy the personalized pens from the family store and I leave them with every waiter, like I said last week. Not in lieu of a tip. I give them a really good tip also, but then I always leave a pen. It's got my stuff, and they were a stranger, and now they're not dangerous. They got my info. They might be dangerous, but that's a different kind of story. But no, don't be afraid to be prepared and to like leave your stuff everywhere. If you're scared of talking to strangers, the best way to talk to them is to not talk about Scentsy. It gets a lot easier to talk to strangers when you just make it a habit in your regular life to smile at people, open the door for them, compliment them on their shoes, just being a person out in the world and being kind and not being too, not thinking about yourself too much when you're like out shopping. Always be looking for someone to smile at or to help out, look for opportunities to be kind. Because then sometimes Scentsy just kind of comes up, especially if you're like in a long line. Like Wendy Robinson and them always said, pick the longest line at the grocery store so that you have the opportunity to talk to people next to you. And they said, don't even start talking about Scentsy. Just start talking about, hey, how are you? And ask them what they do for a living and all that stuff. And it eventually gets back around. But who's messaging me? But being prepared for conversations. Brittany.
Yes.
My brain stopped. Anyway, what would you say your biggest stranger advice is? Things that help people talk to strangers and meet new people.
Definitely having something Scentsy on you at all times. Like I did a little video for my team the other day because I happened to go be dropping some stuff off at the postal office. And I happened to be sending some possibility packets out, and I put scratch and sniff stickers on there just because I wanted to make it cute. And the postal lady was like, "Oh, girl, do you sell this?" And I was like, "Yes, here's a catalog." Like, bam. So just like putting yourself out there doesn't even have to be. You don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, I always tell people to live Scentsy
Be
loud.
awesome kind of self, and people will feel. Yeah.
You can't. You gotta be like. I mean, people don't post Scentsy on their Facebook ever. Sometimes, and they wonder why people don't buy things from them. It's the same thing in real life. If you're not putting yourself out there as a Scentsy person, you're not gonna have the opportunities to show people that you're a Scentsy person. So make sure you're branded in some way. Always have materials on you. If you don't have any Scentsy shirts or you want to wear, other clothes. I know some people like to dress up. They don't want to wear t-shirts every day. Have like a tote bag or something. Buy a bag out of the Scentsy family store and use that as your purse, or, carry your samples and catalogs and things like that in it. But always be branded. Always be ready for a conversation. Always have possibility packets on you, catalogs, order forms. One thing I do too is I carry drawing slips with me. So if I do talk to somebody, I have them fill out a drawing slip. Instead of me handing them my business card, I just have them give me their info basically. And at the end of the month, I'll be like, hey, at the end of the month, I draw a winner from people who fill this out for me. And so people will give you their info and you'll be able to contact them later or send them a catalog or send them some samples or even just a nice note saying, hey, it was great to meet you the other day. But getting people's info is very important. Another way to do it too, where you get their info and they get yours, is instead of handing people business cards, take a picture of your business card and scan it into your phone and just ask them for their phone number and just say, hey, I'll text you my business card. Then you have their phone number and you can contact them or you can follow up with them. You can message them and just say, hey, it was great to meet you today. You know, if you ever, you know, have questions about Scentsy, I'll keep your number on file, and baby's awake. So that's one good way to do that. Hey, Brittany. Go fill some space.
Yes.
Oh, why do I have my Apple TV remote in my boobs? I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll chat real quick while you're away. So being a military wife, you kind of have to deal with some strangers a lot. I can't really see if people are even watching this or not. But military wife and moving around a lot, you have to be able to put yourself out there and meet strangers, because otherwise you'll be very, very lonely, and no one wants to be lonely. So just getting comfortable with actually like leaving your house, I think that's a huge step, is consciously making the effort to put yourself in situations where you're gonna meet people is a good decision to make. So like going to the post office, even though you might not want to go to the post office, because you could just pop it in the mail anyways. I was just saying, like, putting yourself out there, like actually leaving your house is totally a good thing to.
Yes. Yeah, that's one big thing I started trying to do. Instead of going to the ATM, I go into the bank. Instead of dropping things off on the outside of the post office, I go into the post office.
Mm-hmm.
Just finding ways to interact with real life people, especially when you're doing stuff that includes your Scentsy business. Like, sometimes instead of doing my automatic transfer to my bank account, this is real fun. So you can take out up to $2,500 in a transfer from your Scentsy Pay card to another bank account at a Chase Bank. And then you can do $500 withdrawal a day in cash. And so during busy season, I go into the bank and I like withdraw like $500 off my pay card, and then I have them transfer the $2,500, and then I go the next day and I do it again.
Oh my God.
To the same person.
They're like, seriously?
Because then they're like, this is a freaking Scentsy Pay card. How much freaking money is on this thing? And so it's kind of funny. Because then I get to have a conversation with them about my job.
Income disclosure statement. Is my income disclosure statement.
Oh, yeah. Results are not typical.
Yeah. Results may vary. Income disclosure statement. Here you go.
Exactly. Disclosure statement. I'm not saying anything. I just, what if okay, if you have money in your regular bank account, go put it on your pay card and then go withdraw it. That's
there
what I
you
could
go. And then be like, look at this amazingness.
Exactly. So also paying with your Scentsy Pay card everywhere you go is really good branding.
Yes.
Because they get to see it and they see what you're doing. And yeah, they'll ask questions about it, because you'll be like, go to St. Elmo's and pay for it with Scentsy or something ridiculous. And I just said, I don't even know if that's a thing anywhere else but Indianapolis. I'm sorry. It's like a really fancy, like $15 cocktail.
I have no idea what that
is. There's like 4 shrimp and it's 15. Like, it's just an expensive place to eat. Anyway, it's like the place in Indianapolis to eat. So you can pay with your Scentsy card, and they'll be like, "Oh, you can afford this with your Scentsy card." Oh, where's your American Express Diamond or whatever they call them? I don't even know what they're called. Not fancy like that.
I think it's like black or something.
The black American Express. No, I got this purple card. It's better. So make sure you guys are actually finding opportunities to bring it up. You guys have to live your Scentsy loud, or you're not going to meet anybody new. And I think that's the problem, is a lot of people get too scared too. They don't want to be brave. They don't want to put themselves out there, but they're the same people who will say, hey, nobody wants to buy this month. I can't get a hold of anybody. I can't, everyone's full. They already have enough. I don't know what else to do for them. I can't find anyone who wants to buy anything. And I can very easily ask, what kind of connections have you made over the last 3 months? Have you been living your Scentsy loud? Have you been posting on Facebook? Have you been passing out, business cards to people in real life? Have you been collecting information from people you meet? Have you been texting them your business card? Have you been leaving stuff for your waiters? Have you been sticking your business card magnets on bathroom stalls? Like, just, you can find ways to get yourself out there if you actually try. But I think the problem is a lot of people don't think about their businesses every day. It's definitely one of those things you have to form a habit of.
Right.
You're a lot more likely to meet strangers and to make new connections with people the more often you do it. It's just like the same thing as the more times you ask someone to join your team, the more people will join your team. The more no's you get, the more yeses you get. So it's all about putting yourself out there and doing it every day. If you work, 10 days in a row, you might get one day where, somebody shows interest in your business. But if you only work one day every 10 days, it's going to take 100 days to do that. You know what I mean? So it's all about what you're willing to put in. So you're going to meet more strangers if you are prepared for the opportunity every single day. You're going to have more connection. You're going to have a lot more people noticing you. People get excited about your business when you're excited about it, even if they don't know you. So just be attractive. And I don't mean that with like makeup and hair, obviously. You put out the good vibes, put out the positive business vibes, and work your business out loud in public. Another thing I like to do is I like to close basket parties at Starbucks. And when we close the party, I pull all the fragrances out of the basket party and I like make a mess on the table with them because people, what the frick was that? No.
What?
It's terrifying. I didn't know what it was. If something walks in behind me and I get murdered on this.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be freaking scared. Now I'm going to have bad dreams. I'm going to have bad fever dreams again tonight. Why do I do this to myself?
Bad fever dreams.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Excuse me, I'm recording. If you murder me, everyone will see this.
This is recorded. What was the Ferris Bueller's? Something, and I've got a scorching case of. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't say these things on a training call. That's why I made a new channel for these, so that most people won't find them unless they're our team. Hello. What was I even saying? Hello. I was saying something about something. Do you guys have any questions? Hold on, let me read something. I'm going to go back over to our Facebook page. I'm coming back, y'all. Let me look. Oh, I have like the fever sweats right now. I just feel clammy. There's a ghost.
I will say something that I have
Crystal,
learned.
I hope you're lying. Crystal.
What she said.
Tara says it's entertaining, and Crystal says there's a ghost behind Christina. She better be lying.
My god. Don't say that.
Don't say that stuff. I have to sleep here by myself. My husband's working tonight. There's a mirror behind me, and there's some One Tree Hill right there. And then there's a kitty cat right here.
I don't think I see anything on the YouTube page. Hold on.
So, does anybody have any questions? How are you doing? Let me go to the YouTube page. Let me go to the Facebook page. Everyone's just having fun. Oh, hey, there are some stuff on our YouTube page. You want to field that there, Brittany? Do you see that or no?
There we go. Yeah, I see it.
Awesome.
Hold on.
Brittany's coming for you there, Amber. I'm so sorry that we were ignoring you and talking about stupid stuff. We weren't ignoring you. We're just having a freak out moment. I'm glad that Tara is finding this interesting.
Amber said to always, she's figured out to always carry stuff on her.
Mm-hmm. Is that all she said?
She said, I don't see any questions in here.
Oh, I see. Her car sign worked, but she didn't have anything on her. Don't make the same mistake she made. She made it for you. Don't do that. So I always tell people, I was like, watch the mistakes I make and don't go make them again. Let me make your mistakes for you.
Yeah, don't do what I do.
Just did it with a former classmate. We discussed our class reunion planning meeting, so I handed her a Cincy card with my cell number. I do that all the time when someone's like, "Hey, what's your number? I need to call you." I always hand them my Cincy card, wah, wah, wah. Even if it's completely unrelated. Teachers, people, parents ever at school, if they need to get together for a play date, I'm like, "Well, here you go." I went and bought some cookies from someone the other day, and she was going to be coming out with
Who's my cook?
a cookbook, and I gave her my pen to call me when it came out.
Oh, yes.
I know, because nobody throws away pens. Those are good pens.
No.
If anyone has not bought the personalized pens, they are really good pens. There's a reason my customers all have their pens still, because they write fantastic. And then they place orders because I put pens in them. I put pens in all my orders because I'm a silly goose. And then they place orders to get more pens. So they don't place Cincy orders just because they want Cincy. They place orders because they want my pens.
They want the pens?
They want the pens.
No, I really don't care about the wax. I want your pens.
I'm getting tagged in posts by people, and they need to be on this call. Can I kick them? I'm gonna be a turd. I'm gonna say, get on Jamie time.
We're gonna kick you.
You guys are tagging me and stuff.
I will say one thing I've learned that I've tried to is Andy Teeter, who I love. I love her. She has told me to put myself out into the Facebook group universe, into things that interest me, and I really had to think what my hobbies were.
Yes,
and
I did
like,
that.
What are even my hobbies? Like, yeah, I'm like, what are my hobbies? Like, what do I even like to do? And I put myself out there, and a lot of the military, especially here, there's like, you add yourself to all these local groups, but then you don't post about Cincy. Is the amazing thing is you just post randomly, and people will Facebook stalk you and be like, "Oh my gosh, you still Cincy?" Like, you don't have to bring it up. They do all the work, and you just say,
I started doing that. I'm in a bunch of birth boards for Eliza's birthday, February moms or whatever.
Yeah.
Chelsea Moore came to me from there. I've got another girl from one of the other ones joining this month from there. I have a girl that might be joining from a LuLaRoe group that I started. I needed a place to sell a Randy, and at the time there were not any buy-sell trades for LuLaRoe yet, so I made one, and now there's over 50,000 people in it. And it's my group, so I guess if I felt like pimping my business, I would. No, but I've met a lot of people through there who are either customers of mine now or have considered joining. So if a group does not exist for your interests, create one, and then be the admin of it, because then you have the power. But then I also, what else? The power. Oh, I created a Pokemon Go group for our neighborhood area, so that I could connect with people locally.
You would.
I did. Well, it was purely
I love it.
for business. I mean, it was literally like, there wasn't one made, obviously, because it had just started that day. So I made one for our town, and a few hundred people in it, so I get to connect with them that way. But
that's awesome.
You got to get your Cincy going. But yeah, join Facebook groups based on your interests. I'm in some breastfeeding groups and stuff like that, and just whatever you're interested in or going through in life at the moment, go find some Facebook groups that are active and start building relationships with people. I mean, you literally just have to, comment on posts, offer support, start genuine, authentic conversations. You don't ever have to mention Cincy, because if they, if they hover over your name, it shows your cover photo and your name and what you do. So it's already going to tell them that you do Cincy. So that's really nice. It's like having a business card attached to everything you do online. Genius. Good tip, Brittany.
Genius.
See?
Hey, it's not me. It's Andy. She's a genius.
Genius.
It's kind of crazy when you sit down and think, like, what do I have hobbies? Like, what do I like to do? What do I even like to do anymore? I like shows. Like, is that a hobby?
Yeah, right. Well, I also a couple years ago started a Pretty Little Liars spoilers page, and that was really fun. It's dead now, though. I haven't been in there forever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I create groups for everyone. Jessie Powell was making fun of me the other day because I created a group for something. She goes, you do that. You create groups for everything. You're like, why do you do that? I'm like, because I have plans. I'm gonna take over the world with my
I have
fancy
lots
business
of plans. Yes.
because I'm gonna pimp some wax. Wait, no, sling. What? Pimp's the wrong word. Sorry, guys. Crystal Smith says the biggest thing I tell people when they're afraid to talk to strangers is that's normal. The stranger is probably afraid to talk to you too. When you realize that most of the world has some type of anxiety, you can be comfortable knowing that you're not alone. You already have something in common with those strangers. You're terrified of each other. So common ground right there. You guys are hilarious and needed a good laugh today. You're welcome, Tressa. And Tara said her first 2 orders for her lunch party were from her birth boards. Genius.
There you go.
And Crystal never answered us on the ghost thing, so I'm kind of going to freak out for a little bit. If there's a ghost behind me, blink once.
I see nothing.
Blink twice. All right, guys, we might wrap it up here.
I don't see anything.
Did you guys learn something? Like me, even just, oh, hey, hi. Pens from the family store. You already wrote that. I love to create a group idea. Hi, Beth. How are you? Janelle, yes, pens are from the family store. Awesome. So how are you guys doing? Awesome. She likes the group. She put Scentsy in her office, handed several stuff out. And Amber has a cricket in her house somewhere, and she is much happier that it's not a ghost. Yeah, I would like to have a cricket, not a ghost.
Yes,
Maybe it's a ghost cricket, Amber. It's the soul of a cricket that died in your house.
Forever haunting you. Forever haunting you. You can never find the sound of the crickets.
Oh, goodness. Hey, guys. So this is Jammy time. I hope you guys will join us every Thursday for Jammy time. If you guys need to help us out, get people come to Jammy time. Get them to come to Jammy time. Text your friends before it starts and say, hey, go to Jammy time. We're all going to be there. This is awesome. Let's go to Jammy time. It's so much fun because it is fun. It'll be like this. It's very casual. Just kind of having like a little, we are really funny. We're also really, really cocky. But it's going to be like this. It's not like a really, it's not a structured training night. It's, put your jammies on, grab some wine or hot cocoa or rum chata if you're me, and just chill out with us, hang out with us, come talk, chat, laugh with us. If we don't get anything done, we don't get anything done. It's just a really great place for us all to kind of come together once a week, decompress, hang out, ask questions. I don't even care if we don't stay on topic. Like if somebody is just ever having issues with their business and they want some advice, or if they learned something new this week and they want to share it, jump on and share it. Anyone's allowed to jump on the presenter and be on video like Brittany and I are today. Feel free to do that any week you want to. Join the table today. We are having tea for 2. But yeah, I don't care if we got like 10 people up in here. Whatever you guys want to do, if you feel like you have something to offer or it's a subject that you're really good at, we'll kind of have like a subject each week. But sometimes we won't. Sometimes it'll be like, hey, just come and we'll see where the night takes us. So feel free to come to Jammy time just to hang out every week. We're going to do this every single Thursday at 9 p.m. So you can count on it. You can put it in your phone calendar, tell it to alert you. And it's always going to be at jammytime.freshsensefamily.com. I change that link every week so that you don't ever have to memorize a link. You never have to go try to find a link. It's always the same link. So you can put it in your phone calendar with that link. You don't even have to go find our Facebook page. And then it's always there. Set an alert, set an alarm, whatevs. Anyway, I want to give a prize this week. Hello. So I want you guys to comment. You had to have been watching it live. So you guys have the next 5 minutes to comment on the Facebook page, on our Jammy Time photo, where I posted the links and stuff. 5 minutes. Comment under it with your favorite kind of cheese. And then I'm going to pick a random person from the people who commented with their favorite kind of cheese underneath that photo, and they are going to get a little gift from me in the mail. And yes, I do still have all those purple envelopes to mail. They are ready to go. I just have to put postage on them. And if anybody knows me, you'll get them in a year. But comment.
Yes.
Brittany's like, it's funny because it's true.
It is true.
I'm the absolute
But I think you have to be a procrastinator to be a Scentsy person. You have to be a procrastinator.
I'm really hoping that this month we have a lot of procrastinators on our team because it's 10% off, y'all. No one is selling anything. So go sell some Scentsy. Go share your Scentsy.
Do it.
Get people to stock up on their favorites that are going away. Go to your workstation, search the scents, and call all those people and let them know their scents are going away. You have to do this. It's your Scentsy duty. Because if you don't do your Scentsy duty, your customers get really mad at you when they try to order shimmer next month because you didn't do your Scentsy duty and you didn't tell them it was going away. So go do your Scentsy duty and comment on our Facebook post with the Jammy Time picture and all the links that I posted tonight, your favorite kind of cheese, and I will pick a random winner. Bye-bye.